So we're going to try and make a barrel design, looks something like this. So for starters, I'm going to find that picture, drag it into my window, press N, and I'm going to go to background images, and I'm going to just turn the opacity up and move it out of the way a little bit just so it's easier to see. Now first we're going to delete default cube and add a cylinder. I'm going to go into edit mode, just pressing tab, and I'm going to move it up just so it's on the axis. I'm going to scale it up a little bit just to make life easier. Or just going to delete that. We can, instead of subdividing, we can change it here. So if we go into here, we can change the vertices, which I think, for starters, we should do about half of that, so about 16 will do. So if we just confirm that by pressing anywhere, and now we can start as we started with our cylinder, which is just a little bit thinner now. Now I'm going to go into edit mode, and I'm going to make a couple of loop cuts by pressing Ctrl R. So you click, and then you can drag it to anywhere you want. But I'm going to right click to keep it in the middle, and then we can scale this out. And we're going to press the comma key to put it back to center, and then scale it out. I'm going to do the same either side, and I'm going to press Alt, Shift, and right click to select those loop cuts as well. I'm going to scale these out, and Alt click the middle, and scale that as well just to get a more barrel shape. And press A twice to select everything. I'm going to scale along the x-axis to make our shape a bit taller. Now Alt click the bottom, we're going to scale those in, scale the middle out a little bit, like so, and scale the middle back in again. Now I think for these sort of barrels, we need to add some loop cuts to these segments to smooth it out. So we can add them now. If we click here, we can scroll to get extra loop cuts. So I'm going to enter 2 here, now I'm going to enter 2 here, enter 2 here, and enter 2 here. Now just to make life a little bit easier for this, I'm just going to quickly scale them to make them a bit more of a rounded shape. Now I'm going to use proportion loading for this, so you can go down here, and I'm going to click connected, or you can press Alt O on your keyboard, and then that'll open this, and you can scroll so it can tell how much it wants to influence, like so. So I'm just going to use this to get better shape for my barrel. I think that will do. Now Alt 0 to take out of that. Now for our rings here, I'm going to go into face editing mode so we can select individual faces, and I'm going to Alt click, right click on one of these, and I'm going to press G twice just to slowly move it up a little bit. And I'm going to do the same for the bottom. It seems here that they're more orientated to the top. I'm going to move these just to help with the spacing there. So then we have our 4 spaces. I'm just going to move these to make the spaces a little bit more even. There we go. So I'm going to Alt right click all of these spaces, and I'm going to press E to extrude, and now I'm going to press S to scale and Shift Z so that we can bring them out without affecting the Z axis. If we press that, tab out, got a little bit of a barrel shape. if I just click smooth shading, it doesn't look all that interesting, but if I go here, if I go back into smooth for a minute, I'm just gonna sort these, pressing Alt 0, Alt O, and I'm just gonna bring them out, Shift Z, because I think they look a little bit too high. At the top, I'm gonna each extrude and bring it in, just to make a little lip, and then I'm gonna press E and then Z to bring down on the Z axis. And that is our lid. I'm going to bring that up a bit. I'm going to do the same. By the way, if this grid is annoying you, you can go down and go to display and you can turn the grid floor off. You can even turn off which axes you want to see. I'm just going to keep X and Y on for the moment. I'm going to do the same for this. We're going to E, extrude, scale it down, and then we're going to E and lock Z. We're going to bring that up as well. So that's a simple barrel. Now you can always go into tab and bring these out a little bit more if you wish. So you can just scale them out, bring them out a bit more. And I think I'm going to bring them in a little bit. And then I'm going to scale, extrude them again without the Z. Have I got them? Yes, I have. So I'm going to press Z, S to scale, and then Shift Z to go everywhere but the Z axis, and then I'm going to do that. Because now we have these gaps in the middle, which I'm just going to even out quickly by selecting them all, Alt Shift right click, and I'm just going to scale them on the X and Y so they're a bit more even. So now if I click smooth, it still looks a bit funny, but we can work with this. So I can even add a loop cut either side of this. Just to sharpen it up a little bit. And even add one, two maybe. Yeah, add two here. Just to define that a little bit, which isn't really necessary, but if you're just keeping the mesh in Blender, then it just helps keep everything more defined. I think that is basically a finished barrel. So just to make this easier, I'm going to extrude and scale it in, and E, scale it in, and I think I'm going to press W to load up the visual menu, merge at the center, and then this isn't such of a harsh line. I'm just going to check that they're all level, which they are, and I'm going to do the same for the bottom. Which just avoids the n-gons, which are more than 4 vertices to a shape. And that, in simplest term, is your barrel, which I'm just going to scale out a little bit at the bottom, just because to me it looks a bit off shape-wise, but there we have it.